Hey Winnicott, happy Friday.
Boo! Did I scare you?
Nothing can scare me after the scary movie we watched last night.
You're right, that was so spooky.
Well, Hannah and Wiley have a story on it.
That's actually a scary movie, Allie. But let's see what other movies people thought were scary.
I got you. We're just that time of year. I'm just a little on edge.
If you can't handle that, you definitely can't handle horror movies.
I can handle horror movies as long as there's not too many jump scares.
Yeah, obviously you don't see them often enough.
Well, what makes them so good anyway?
Come on, I'll show you.
Scary movies are a big part of the Halloween season. For some, they get afraid easier than others when it comes to these horror flicks. But what is it that makes them so scary? Most say that it has to do with specific phobias that trigger that chill in your body, including fear of the dark, death, bugs, scary places, lightning and thunder, spooky music, and overwhelming suspense. Although this is true, the modern theme of horror movies is leaning more and more towards the mind-bending backstories than crazy jump scares. Recent movies including Get Out, Us, and Midsummer have broke the charts for their thrilling twists and turns. These films will trick your mind and play with your emotions. These type of scary movies have grown very popular over the recent years, but we have not strayed away from the classic murder, mystery, and monster films that everyone loves. It, Annabelle, and The Nun are all movies that contain these phobias that set off that fear response in your brain. We asked some people around the school what their favorite horror movies were and why.
My favorite movie is Insidious because it was filmed well and it has a great story to it.
Okay, so Hush is my favorite horror movie. It is actually very scary. I didn't think it was going to be. It's a Netflix one. Not a lot of horror movies are good on Netflix, but Hush was definitely where it's at.
I really like the horror movie It too because of all the jump scares to keep you interested in the movie.
The SpongeBob movie, it was really scary. I couldn't watch it. It was bad. It was really bad.
My favorite horror movie would have to be The Conjuring because the family in it is the Perrin family, and my last name's Perrin. And also they had a dog named Sadie, and I had a dog named Sadie. In the movie, the dog died, and my dog died. I don't know, man.
The scariest movie I've ever watched is Threat Level Midnight by Michael Scott. Terrifying. Threat Level Midnight by Michael Scott.
Yeah, so I think the movie Lights Out is really scary because I'm afraid of the dark. So if you're afraid of the dark, I really recommend it because it's very scary.
Favorite horror movie ever, The Exorcist. Really scary. Without a whole lot of technical stuff, really scary.
So my favorite movie is It because clowns are just whack.
The Driver's Ed movie that they show you to be careful because I've never seen real dead bodies before and now I don't want to drive.
I'd say my favorite scary movie is without a doubt Curious George because that pet owner guy, you know, the guy who runs the hotel, always freaked me out. He would always be chasing after him and he had the mean grimace and yeah, it was just undeniably scary.
My favorite horror movie has to be Greg Hill. Just look at him.
I think I'm going to have to go with Hocus Pocus because that is actually so scary and the witches are like driving on brooms and stuff and there's zombies. It's scary.
Wow, some scary movies, Winnicott. But that's all we have for you today. This is Wiley and Hannah signing off.
Those are all good movies, but I don't really find any of them scary.
I don't like to watch scary movies. I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat.
Oh yeah, I thought so during the haunted house. You jumped a lot.
Yeah, I know. The rooms were pretty freaky, but it was fun to walk through.
Well, for all those that didn't go, we did a story on it so we can scare you guys too.
Hey Winnicott, Serena and Allie.
We're at the Old Salt Haunted Hotel and we're going to show you guys what you missed if you weren't able to check it out this week.
Let's go! Woo! The Haunted Hotel is celebrating its 15th year with the help of students from Winnicott who volunteer under the supervision of Michelle O'Brien, who is the Old Salt and Lamington manager, along with Mr. Yaten and Miss Larrabee. Other members of the community come out each year to help and transform the old hotel into a haunted walkthrough for visitors.
Hi, I'm Ethan. I'm a senior. I've been doing hotel for the last 2 years. This year I'm a room leader. I'm part of the seance room. I'll be the second room that you see when you come to the hotel. As part of the hotel, I've been coordinating the room. I've been helping people with their rooms. You know, it's this one big collaborative effort to get this thing ready. We've had 2 weeks this year, so it's a pretty incredible effort that we've been seeing. Everyone's pretty stressed. We're all really excited. There's a really good energy going.
I'm Josie.
My name is Tim.
This is our first year doing the Haunted Hotel. We're really excited for it. We're in morph suits. I'm gonna be like scaring people. It'll be really fun.
It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah. It basically, like, if you're not really scared, then I don't even know what's wrong with you because it's supposed to be really scary. So.
After talking to the students involved, we decided to walk through the hotel ourselves and see just how scary it actually was.
Okay.
I can't even walk. Stop it! Yeah, this is really scary.
Sweating is scary. 10 out of 10. Good job, Winnicott students and staff. You guys killed it this year, and we can't wait to see what you guys bring to the table next year. Whoa, that was even scarier watching it back.
Yeah, the Winnicott students did a really great job setting up.
Wait, do they get community service hours for participating?
Yeah, I think they do.
That reminds me. Getting accepted to your first choice college can be a little easier if you can find a way to make your application stand out from others. One way to do that is through community service. Here at Winnicott, there's a great way to show your involvement in the local community. Winnicott is a WHS honor society for students who document and maintain a high level of community service hours. Those who have 50 or more hours can become a member and receive a certificate which will look awesome on your college apps. Seniors can stop by the Student Activities Office in B101 to see Mrs. Kraft for verification of your community service hours for your college applications.
That's really cool, but I want to get back to talking about the haunted house.
Alright, well, I do have to say, they did kill it performing. It must have been so hard for them not to break character.
Well, it's hard staying in my character all night while I'm trick-or-treating.
I'm so excited it's October. I can't wait for Halloween.
Yeah, but Halloween isn't the only important thing about October.
What else is in October?
It's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Recently, the Winnicott girls soccer team purchased pink game shirts to help spread the message about breast cancer research. The team also donated $220 to the Susan Komen Fund. And last Sunday, some students from Winnicott walked in the Breast Cancer Awareness Walk to help raise money to find a cure for breast cancer. The walk was held in Exeter, but anyone was welcome to go and support. The Napa dance team performed before the walk began, and the JROTC students helped escort breast cancer survivors. Over $6 billion is raised every year and is put towards the research for breast cancer.
Wow, that's so cool that so many students are involved.
Yeah, that's a really great cause they're supporting.
I'm kind of hungry. I wonder if they had any good snacks at the walk.
I heard that Caroline is really good at baking and she made some yummy Halloween treats.
I'm pretty sure Julia was there too, but she probably didn't do anything.
Since Halloween is just around the corner, me and Julia decided to get into the spirit and make some Halloween treats. If you're bored and want to get into the spirit, start off by decorating your house and then begin to bake your treats. The first step is to measure out 3 tablespoons of butter. Then you want to put the butter in a pan and let it melt. Once the butter has completely melted, you want to pour half a bag of marshmallows into the pan. Stir the marshmallows and the butter until they completely melted together. Once the marshmallows have completely melted, add 6 cups of Rice Krispies. Stir the Rice Krispies into the marshmallows until it is completely mixed together. Start to add your orange food dye to the Rice Krispies. Pour the Rice Krispies onto a pan with parchment paper. Start molding your Rice Krispies into little ball-shaped pumpkins. Get the pretzel sticks and break them into small pieces to add as the stems for the pumpkins. Add green leaves with green frosting. For the Oreo cookie spiders, first get your Oreo and stick the pretzels into the Oreo by breaking them in half. Once the pretzels are stuck into the Oreo, cut in half marshmallows to make little teeth for the spiders. Add white icing to make the eyes, or you can use red icing. Get milk chocolate chips and put them on top of the icing for the eyes. Pour your white chocolate chips into 2 separate bowls, and then pour your milk chocolate chips into a different bowl. Melt the chocolate chips in the microwave for 30-second increments. Continue this same process for all the icing. Pour the icing onto a plate, or you can keep it in the bowl and start adding it to your pretzel rods. You can use this with a spoon or a knife to coat the icing onto the pretzel stick. Add green food dye to the white icing to make a Frankenstein pretzel rod. For the milk chocolate pretzel sticks, we added Halloween sprinkles. For the white pretzel sticks, we splattered white milk chocolate with a fork to make it look like a mummy wrapped around the pretzel rod. We added black sprinkles to the top of the green pretzel rods for the Frankenstein head. For the eyes, we used flat sprinkles for both the mummy and the Frankenstein. Put in the refrigerator and let the chocolate harden. I hope this gave you ideas for some Halloween treats. This is Caroline and Julia from WHTV.
Wow, those look really good. Too bad I'm vegan and I can't try them.
Yeah, that's tough. Kind of like Julia leaving Caroline to bake all those treats alone.
Dude, stop bashing Julia. You know she wrote this whole script for us.
Don't get me wrong, I love Julia, but she didn't know how to end it and cut it short. So that's all we have for you today, Winnicott.
See you next week.
Woo! That was so
good.
bad.
No, it wasn't.
That was so good.
No, it literally wasn't at the end of it. No.
After the hunt. It's okay. Last Sunday, some Winnicott students walked in the breast cancer awareness walk to help raise money to find a cure for breast cancer. It was held in Exeter, but anyone was welcome to go and support. The Napa dance team performed before the walk began, and the JROTC students helped escort breast cancer survivors. I know, I'm like, breast cancer survivors. Over $6 billion is raised every year and is put towards the research.
I'm sorry, it's October. I'm like,
that was my favorite part.
Oh no, okay.